Want to learn an hour of fun facts? Subscribe to Zarpado, we're already starting. Airless tires are revolutionizing the automotive industry. They eliminate the risk of punctures and reduce premature tire wear. This significantly reduces operating and maintenance costs. They are already being used in several vehicles, proving that innovation can operate safely and efficiently. In Indonesia, the Korowai people build their homes in trees up to 148 feet high. Living so high protects them from floods, wild animals, and even evil spirits. Furthermore, from high above, they can detect enemies or intruders from a great distance. A black bear in Alaska surprised park rangers by learning to open car doors to steal food. Its technique was so effective that it earned it the nickname Hairy Carjacker. This behavior demonstrates the intelligence and adaptability of animals. Pepper X holds the title of the hottest chili pepper in the world, surpassing the Carolina Reaper. Its heat exceeds 3 million Scoville units, causing extreme spiciness. It's a challenge for brave spicy food lovers and not recommended for beginners. In Japan, the world's most expensive sushi is found, decorated with 24-karat edible gold. The pieces are prepared with the freshest and most select fish, transforming food into art and extreme luxury. Eating it is a spectacle for the senses, where gastronomy blends with exclusivity. Swedish surströmming soup is known as the world's smelliest. Made with herring fermented for months, its smell is so intense that it's recommended to open the cans outdoors. However, those who try it praise its unique, strong, and salty flavor. This culinary tradition proves that smell doesn't always predict taste pleasure. The Prague astronomical clock, built in 1410 by Mikuláš, is much more than a clock. It displays basic time, the phases of the moon, the stars, and several ancient time zones. Flamingos sleep on one leg, alternating between them almost unconsciously. They can maintain this position for up to 10 hours, although the usual is about 4. This posture helps them save energy while resting. They even perform most of their daily activities balancing on one leg. The color of eggs depends on the breed of hen that lays them. For example, the Leghorn hen produces white eggs, while other breeds, such as Barn or Orpington, produce brown eggs. Despite the difference in color, the flavor and nutrients are the same. Portable air conditioners have arrived to change the way we deal with extreme heat. Their compact size allows them to be taken anywhere, offering relief even outside the home. This innovation will be key in a future of increasingly intense heat waves. Sebastian Steutner broke the Guinness World Record by surfing the tallest wave ever recorded at 93.7 feet in Nazaré, Portugal. This achievement surpassed his previous record of 86 feet. Steutner became an international surfing legend. Swimming with kangaroos is extremely dangerous, as these marsupials can be aggressive in their territory. They are strong and excellent swimmers and may try to drown their prey in the water. Their behavior protects their territory and ensures its survival. Therefore, it is advisable to keep your distance and admire them from the shore. The chimera cat has 2 types of DNA, the result of the fusion of 2 zygotes. This gives it a unique appearance, with color differences in its fur and eyes. It is a rare genetic phenomenon that creates a completely unique feline. Each chimera cat is a masterpiece of nature. Palm sugar stands out for its shades ranging from amber to deep red and is extracted by hand from the sap of palm trees. It contains minerals and antioxidants, making it more nutritious than refined sugar. It is essential in the cuisine of several Asian and African cultures. Its complex flavor adds notes of caramel and molasses to dishes. A man lived for years with 2 hearts thanks to a partial transplant called a heterotopic heart. The donated heart was connected to the original, working in parallel to pump blood. This technique helps in extreme cases of heart failure when a traditional transplant is not viable. Cooking has also been reinvented with modern technology. Air fryers allow cooking without oil. The hot air circulates quickly, making food crispy and flavorful with very little fat. This significantly reduces calories without sacrificing flavor or texture. It is ideal for those who want to take care of themselves without giving up the pleasure of fried food. In Japan, there is a beer that contains real particles of edible gold. Beyond being a beverage, it becomes a unique visual and sensory experience. The gold does not alter the flavor and is safe to consume, but it gives the liquid a fascinating shine. The unicorn is the national animal of Scotland. It was chosen for its significance in Celtic mythology, where it symbolizes purity, innocence, masculinity, and power. In Thailand, the market on the railway tracks is a real attraction. Stalls are literally set up on the rails, and when a train arrives, vendors quickly remove awnings and produce. Airplanes have red and green lights on their wingtips to indicate position and direction. The red light is on the left and the green light is on the right, and they help avoid collisions. They are illuminated from the moment the pilot enters the cockpit until they exit, even during daylight or in poor visibility. In case of danger, each plane must turn toward the green light to move away quickly. Japanese skier Ryoyu Kobayashi achieved a record-breaking jump of nearly 984 feet in Iceland. His flight lasted 8 seconds on a Red Bull-equipped ski jump, although the International Ski Federation does not officially recognize it. It was not certified, nor did it have an approved ski jump or validated measurement. Even so, the jump demonstrated superhuman abilities and extreme courage. Teffy is a robot dog designed to guide dependent or visually impaired people. It uses voice recognition to respond to commands without the need for physical interfaces. It also features automatic navigation, capable of moving safely indoors and outdoors. Its function is to combine assistance and autonomy to improve the daily lives of those who use it. Morocho, an Argentine dogo, confronted a puma to protect 2 girls. The children were in danger while they were picking fruit, but Morocho bravely intervened. He fought off the 220-pound predator and emerged victorious, demonstrating loyalty and courage. The Gulabi gang in India is made up of women fighting gender-based violence. Its members use bamboo sticks, pointing fingers, and persuasion to defend women and educate men. They are between 40 and 60 years old and resolutely confront male hegemony. The streets of Venice are made of water because the city was built on a lagoon. This strategic location made it difficult for enemies to invade in ancient times. Tides, especially in autumn and spring, regularly flood much of the city. Google maps streets around the world, even where there are no roads. In deserts and remote areas, they use camels equipped with cameras to photograph the surroundings. This allows for a visual exploration of cultures and landscapes that would otherwise be inaccessible. LEGO launched a 936-piece Roman Colosseum kit, the largest to date. It accurately recreates the architecture of the original amphitheater and offers a challenge for expert builders. The set includes minute details that allow you to appreciate the majesty of the Colosseum. Along with the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars, it leads the way among the largest and most detailed kits. In Kyoto, Japan, trains literally run through buildings. This urban design efficiently integrates transportation and everyday life. Tracks close to homes and businesses allow the trains to become part of the landscape. Despite the noise, residents value the convenience and accessibility of this system, a balance between modernity and tradition. The Kawah volcano in Indonesia glows blue at night. Its sulfurous gases ignite upon contact with hot air, creating a striking natural spectacle. It only occurs under specific conditions, combining beauty and danger. Tourists and scientists flock to witness this unique phenomenon that seems straight out of a magical world. The free-tailed bat of Central and South America can walk like a monkey. It uses its hind legs and tail for support to move nimbly along the ground. This allows it to escape predators and search for food in difficult places. The Colobopsis ant explodes its own body to defend the colony. When confronted by enemies, it releases toxic substances when it ruptures, blocking entrances and scaring off attackers. This sacrifice protects the group and ensures the community's survival. Science is advancing toward the reading of thoughts with technologies such as magnetic resonance imaging and brain electrodes. Neural signals are already being translated into simple words or images. The reading of complex thoughts or deep emotions is still a long way off. This research also raises ethical dilemmas about mental privacy and information control. In Norway, Longyearbyen is a town where houses are often unlocked. This is due to the presence of polar bears, and open doors allow refuge in case of emergency. The community is small and safe, with almost no crime. Trust is an essential part of daily life on this remote archipelago. Some animals lack myostatin, a protein that limits muscle growth. The absence of this substance allows for the development of large muscle mass naturally. Myostatin acts on skeletal tissue, regulating the production of muscle cells. This phenomenon generates animals with surprising strength and muscularity. Benjamin was the last recorded Tasmanian tiger. His species became extinct due to poaching and urbanization. Benjamin lived in captivity until his death, representing the end of an era for his species. His story is a reminder of the fragility of wildlife in the face of human intervention. An adult crow can lift up to 1.1 times its body weight. It uses combined techniques, legs, wings, and footholds, to flip objects. Its ability reflects intelligence and adaptability unique among birds. This behavior astonishes scientists and demonstrates the amazing dexterity of crows in the wild. The kangaroo rat is an amazing rodent capable of jumping up to 6.5 feet long. It measures about 12 inches and weighs more than 3.5 ounces. It has a dark tuft on its tail and lives in arid lands. Its name comes from its long legs that allow it to propel itself with high bounces. The zombie snail is a victim of the parasite Leucochloridium paradoxum. This flatworm infects its tentacles, causing them to glow like green and yellow caterpillars. This forces the snail to move to exposed locations, increasing its risk of being eaten by birds. Thus, the parasite cycle continues. The pyramids of Sudan in Meroe were built by the Kush civilization. They are smaller and steeper than the Egyptian ones, ranging in height from 20 to 98 feet. They are made of sandstone and house the tombs of nobles. Sudan has more pyramids than Egypt, a testament to the powerful kingdom of Kush. The monkey parade in San Juan de los Lagos, Jalisco, is colorful and festive. People dressed as monkeys parade through the streets, accompanied by music and dance. They represent popular characters and are linked to the festivities of St. John the Baptist. It combines indigenous and colonial traditions and elements of modern culture. The concrete blanket is a technique that protects soils from erosion. It is placed on flexible geotextile mesh and adapts to the terrain. It is used in roads, riverbanks, and other infrastructure. Its purpose is to create durable barriers against wear and tear and water flow. Bismuth is a metal that forms geometric crystals when solidified. When heated to 520 degree F, it melts and then creates almost perfect shapes on its own. Its fascinating structure seems almost magical. This is why it is highly prized by collectors and scientists alike. Rapper Akon plans to build Akon City in Senegal or Wakanda, a futuristic city. He seeks to help those facing racial injustice. It will include curved, gleaming skyscrapers, shopping malls, music studios, and eco-friendly resorts. It is expected to be completed by 2030. The concrete plasterer makes it easier to place concrete on difficult surfaces. It works as a compactor to quickly level and seal concrete. It reduces material waste compared to manual labor. It is indispensable in modern, efficient construction. The invisibility shield works with lenses that deflect light. It hides anyone passing behind the panel, creating the illusion of disappearance. It was developed by Invisibility Shield Co. in London. Its simple technology produces a truly striking visual effect. Polyurethane foam is a porous plastic that is safe for humans. It is used to fill gaps and provide thermal and acoustic insulation. Its composition makes it ideal for repairs and construction. Its versatility has made it an essential material in many projects. Boiling water more than once can be harmful. Repeated boiling concentrates minerals and toxins such as arsenic and nitrates. Furthermore, the taste becomes flat and loses freshness. Therefore, it is best to heat only as much as necessary to maintain its quality and safety. Bacteriophage is a virus that only infects bacteria. Its specificity makes it useful against antibiotic-resistant infections. It does not harm human cells and regulates the microbial balance in nature. Scientists are studying it as a promising medical alternative. Freezing light seems impossible, but it has been achieved in the laboratory. By manipulating ultra-cold atoms with lasers, photons are nearly stopped. This breakthrough opens the door to quantum computing and new telecommunications. It shows that even light can be controlled. Contact lenses with built-in cameras exist. Companies such as Google, Samsung, and Sony are developing prototypes that capture photos with the blink of an eye. Some have sensors that detect eye movements. Although not yet commercially available, they promise to revolutionize wearable technology. The ejection seat saves pilots in military jets. A rocket ejects the seat and automatically deploys a parachute. It allows for safe descent in technical emergencies or in combat. It is a combination of engineering and vital protection in aviation. A robotic arm created by Chinese artists keeps the hydraulic fluid running. If too much leaks, the robot dies. Its task is to contain it, constantly manipulating the flow. It's a curious blend of art and mechanics with a touch of drama. Reindeer velvet covers the bone of the antlers as they grow. It contains blood vessels and nerves that nourish the bone. When the antlers are ripe, the reindeer remove it by rubbing themselves against trees. This process ensures healthy and strong antler growth. The Xoloitzcuintla is a dog native to Mexico, with coated and hairless varieties. In Aztec mythology, it guided souls to the underworld. The ancients sacrificed and buried these dogs with the dead. Today, it is a breed prized for its history and unique appearance. Meet Kim Peek, an extraordinary man capable of memorizing virtually everything he saw or heard. Diagnosed with macrocephaly, his cerebral hemispheres didn't communicate as they do with most people, which allowed him to retain up to 98% of the information. He could memorize entire books and read 2 pages at a time, one with each eye. The 7-color mountain, Vinicunca, is a natural spectacle that changes hue depending on the light and the weather. Its bands of color, intense in the sun, soften on cloudy or rainy days. This formation is due to minerals such as iron, copper, and sulfur, which reflect different hues. Each visit becomes a unique experience for tourists and photographers. Before humans traveled into space, NASA was already sending food to study its behavior outside of Earth. One of the first to travel was applesauce in tubes, used on missions with animals like the monkey Albert II. These experiments helped design safe and nutritious space diets for astronauts. There are reduced gravity aircraft that simulate weightlessness for brief periods. They follow elliptical trajectories that place the craft and its cargo in free fall, allowing the user to experience the sensation of being in space. They are used for astronaut training, scientific research, and even filmmaking. The red panda, discovered by Federico Cuvier in 1825, is considered one of the most beautiful mammals. Although it resembles the giant panda, it also has raccoon-like features due to its ringed tail. This agile climber spends much of the day sleeping on branches, up to 13 hours a day. Its favorite food is bamboo, and it lives in Nepal, Burma, and central China. In Shenyang, China, there is the world's largest bicycle graveyard. Millions of abandoned bicycles slowly rust away, turning the site into a vast contemporary art landscape. From above, the terrain appears to be a fascinating visual work. It is a testament to the change in urban transportation and the mass abandonment of bicycles. The Kailash Temple in the Ellora Caves, India, remains an architectural mystery. Carved directly into the rock without modern technology, it symbolizes Mount Kailash, home of the god Shiva. This construction demonstrates that ancient cultures had skills far more advanced than we usually imagine. Researchers and tourists are still trying to understand its complex structure. Elephants are the largest mammals on the planet and extremely intelligent. In Cambodia, they have learned to stop trucks loaded with sugarcane to steal a bit of food. This behavior has amazed millions of people, demonstrating their ingenuity and ability to learn survival strategies. The mantis crab has pincers so powerful they can easily break glass and shells. Its strikes are so fast that they create cavitation bubbles, releasing enough energy to hunt tough prey. It also possesses extraordinary vision that detects colors invisible to the human eye. It is one of the fastest and strongest animals in proportion to its size. Some tropical butterflies have developed a peculiar habit, drinking turtle tears. They gently perch on its eyes to obtain essential salts and minerals. This behavior does not harm the reptile and guarantees vital nutrients for the butterfly. The cooner fish produces sounds to attract a mate. It uses special muscles to vibrate its swim bladder and emit underwater calls. These sounds signal vitality and health to the females, traveling great distances underwater. Acoustic communication is vital in environments where vision is limited. The bird of paradise is not only beautiful but also an expert dancer. Its males perform elaborate courtship dances with leaps, vibrations, and displays of vibrant feathers. These dances can last for hours, demonstrating skill and endurance. Females select their mates based on the complexity and precision of the dance, fostering intense competition. In Iceland, some restaurants cook food using the natural heat of volcanic lava. They place meat or bread on volcanic stones heated to over 572 degrees F, achieving intense and flavorful cooking. This technique is completely ecological and offers a unique gastronomic experience where eating becomes literally explosive. In Ethiopia, the New Year is celebrated in September. Their calendar has 13 months and is 7 years behind the Gregorian calendar. The holiday, known as Enkuttadash, also marks the end of the rainy season. Families dress in traditional costumes, sing, and give yellow flowers, celebrating the time with a completely different rhythm. Durian is a fruit famous in Southeast Asia for its distinctive smell, compared to dirty socks, rotten onions, or fermented cheese. Although it's banned in many hotels and on public transport, its flesh is sweet, creamy, and nutritious. Eating it is a sensorial challenge that mixes disgust and pleasure, generating passionate fans and detractors. In Cappadocia, Turkey, there are houses and cities carved directly into volcanic rock. Known as fairy chimneys, these structures were formed after eruptions and shaped by humans thousands of years ago. Some underground structures reach more than 8 stories deep, and even today, many people live among tunnels and caves connected to the history of their homeland. A Russian artist turns ordinary pencils into small masterpieces. He sculpts buildings, everyday objects, and tiny details with extreme precision and infinite patience. Each piece seems impossible to achieve, but demonstrates how the everyday can be transformed into art. His creations inspire admiration and awe in those who observe them. In Santiago, Chile, giant balloon parades bring together characters like Mickey Mouse and Spider-Man in a unique aerial spectacle. Inspired by the famous New York parades, these balloons can reach over 33 feet in height. Thousands of people enjoy the colorful display during the summer. It's an event that combines fantasy, creativity, and excitement on every corner of the city. Levitating clocks are devices that float in the air thanks to magnets, sensors, and digital components. The dial floats while ticking away the seconds, defying gravity with technological elegance. In addition to functioning as a clock, they are authentic pieces of art that amaze everyone. The blend of science and aesthetics creates a mesmerizing effect in any room. In Brazil, a project called Projections in the Forest transforms forests into bioluminescent worlds using video mapping. Plants and fungi are illuminated with digital projections, creating a magical landscape. The experience artistically combines nature and technology. Visitors feel as if they are inside a fantasy forest that challenges the perception of real space. Some makeup artists create optical illusions that resemble three-dimensional cuts or gaps. Everything is achieved with shadows and details, without using digital effects. The skin becomes a canvas that deceives the eye with incredible precision. These works prove that human creativity knows no bounds. The laser light show over the Brisbane River in Australia illuminates the sky with geometric shapes and vibrant colors. It takes place during festival season and lasts approximately 10 minutes. Each show is a visual display that combines music, technology, and creativity. It is an event that leaves spectators speechless every year. Butter sculpting began in the Middle Ages, with monks creating religious figures. Today, it has transformed into a culinary art that dazzles at fairs and festivals. Artists create everything from animals to portraits, carefully measuring the temperature to keep the butter manageable. The technique requires patience and precision, turning an everyday ingredient into ephemeral art. The Citroën Skate is a prototype urban vehicle with spherical wheels that allow movement in all directions. Its top speed of 15 mph facilitates mobility in congested cities. This project is part of an initiative to make urban transportation more efficient. The innovation seeks to reduce traffic and make mobility more fun and functional. Tattoo artist MR Sticker creates tattoos that look like decals ready to be peeled off. Its revolutionary 3D technique allows for temporary designs that look permanently lifelike. Each piece combines creativity and precision, creating a striking effect on the skin. Clients enjoy unique body art without committing to anything definitive. The Matrix Vita keyboard includes a small screen that allows users to display GIFs or personal images. It also offers RGB backlighting and customizable keys for gamers and professionals. This customization makes the user experience completely unique. Technology and style combine to transform an everyday device into a tool for creativity. Festo developed the Bionic Bee robotic bee, capable of flying in swarms and autonomously pollinating plants. This technology mimics the natural behavior of bees. Its potential lies in aiding artificial pollination and combating the decline of these insects. The combination of robotics and nature opens up new possibilities in agriculture and conservation. The Game Boy printer allows photos to be printed instantly with the Game Boy camera. Although the quality was limited, it represented a breakthrough in the convergence of video games and photography. Today, it is a collector's item among Game Boy fans. Lizzie, an internet-famous black cat, has appeared in films such as Jurassic Park. His charisma made him an animal icon on social media. The combination of film and social media amplified his worldwide fame. Ferrofluid clocks use magnetic particles suspended in liquid to display the time. The animation of the numbers offers a futuristic and dynamic visual experience. These clocks combine art and technology in constant motion. Watching them is like watching a work of science fiction come to life in real time. Nathan Sawaya has created the world's largest Lego art exhibition with over 100 pieces. His iconic sculpture, Me, depicts a human figure breaking down into yellow blocks. These works have been exhibited internationally, demonstrating the artistic potential of Lego. Each piece combines ingenuity, patience, and boundless creativity. In 2010, Perry Watkins built a vehicle shaped like a full dining room that reached 115 mph. This invention was certified by Guinness as the world's fastest piece of furniture. It combines design, functionality, and speed in an unusual way. When a dog sleeps near your feet, it's not only seeking comfort, it's also strengthening its bond with you. This behavior reflects its natural instinct for protection and companionship. By sleeping nearby, the dog demonstrates trust and affection toward its owner. The interaction strengthens the emotional relationship and their mutual well-being. A 99-million-year-old dinosaur tail preserved in amber was discovered in Myanmar. Covered in feathers, it belonged to a non-avian theropod. This discovery confirms that many dinosaurs had feathers, like modern birds. Conservation in amber allowed for unique details of their biology and evolution to be studied. Artistic cycling is a fascinating sport that blends gymnastics with cycling skills. Athletes perform impossible jumps, spins, and tricks while maintaining perfect balance. Each movement requires exceptional concentration and coordination. Spectators enjoy both the technical precision and creativity displayed by the competitors. The Hyundai Tiger is an autonomous vehicle designed to explore extreme terrain, even those simulating Martian conditions. It can move by rolling or walking, adapting to different types of soil. Thanks to its advanced sensors, it moves without human intervention, making decisions in real time. Hyundai developed it as part of its mobility vision for environments unattainable by traditional means. Researchers at the University of Washington created a smart backpack for bees that tracks their movements without harming them. Equipped with microchips and sensors, these backpacks map agricultural fields and analyze flight patterns. The information obtained helps improve pollination and agricultural management. Joan Murray, an experienced skydiver, survived an extreme accident when her parachute failed at 81 mph. Interestingly, she landed on a nest of fire ants, which stung her more than 200 times. These stings helped keep her heart beating, preventing cardiac arrest. Chris Bell, an American athlete, broke the record for the highest vertical jump achieved by a human, reaching 5.7 feet using only his legs. This achievement, without any additional equipment, demonstrates the power and control of the human body. Mira Extat is a work of art located in the Swiss Alps, created by the artist Dogen. It is a house covered in mirrors that reflect the surrounding landscape, changing with the seasons. In winter, it camouflages itself among the snow, while in summer, it reflects the green alpine valleys. This dynamic interaction between art and nature creates a fascinating and unique visual experience. Achene Boschans developed an animatronic dolphin that simulates movement and breathing with astonishing realism. This innovation replaces marine shows that use real animals, avoiding capture or confinement. The dolphin interacts with its environment and performs natural maneuvers. This combines entertainment and education with a respectful approach to marine life. Elven Viewer is a device that projects veins onto the skin using infrared light, facilitating blood draws and the insertion of intravenous lines. It is especially useful for children or people with difficult-to-find veins. The real-time projection allows doctors to be more precise and reduces pain. Its use is transforming routine medical procedures into safer and more effective experiences. Aerosaps are masks made of soap that generate bubbles when breathing, offering a fun game for children. Although they don't actually protect, they transform breathing into a bubbling spectacle. The chemical interaction of soap with the air produces magical floating bubbles. This simple toy continues to delight generations with its touch of fantasy. Infinity pools, or counter-current pools, allow swimming in a limited space without moving. They use a controlled current system that simulates an endless river. They are ideal for training, as they allow practice without the need for a lap pool. They have also become popular in private residences for their unique continuous swimming experience. Ladybugs, known for their bright colors, have a curious talent. They can follow the line of a pencil perfectly. This behavior is based on chemical traces they leave behind as they move. These chemical writings allow them to communicate with each other about food, safe routes, or dangers. Thus, these tiny creatures demonstrate a level of intelligence that often goes unnoticed. In Dubai, designer Debbie Wingham created a wedding cake that is a luxurious jewel valued at over $1 million. The cake depicted an Arabian bride and was adorned with diamonds and edible flowers. More than a dessert, it was a work of art that revolutionized high-end pastry making. The finely crafted details in diamonds made it a symbol of the city's distinctive luxury. The proboscis monkey, a Southeast Asian primate, is distinguished by its enormous fleshy nose. Males with larger noses produce more powerful vocalizations, which helps them attract mates and protect their territory. This trait has intrigued scientists as an evolutionary adaptation for social communication. The nose directly impacts interaction and reproduction within groups. Lulu, a border collie, inherited $5 million from her billionaire owner, Bill Doris, to ensure her well-being. The inheritance covers food, veterinary care, and a suitable home. This case has sparked debates about the rights and legal treatment of animals. On the Greek island of Tazos, there are white marble quarries famous since ancient times. The Askaris Tazos quarry was used by the ancient Greeks to build iconic works such as the Parthenon. Its lustrous, exceptionally high-quality marble continues to be exported and valued worldwide. These quarries combine history, art, and nature in one place. Antonia, a dwarf polar bear, is only 4.4 feet tall and weighs 287 pounds due to a rare genetic condition. Despite her small size, she leads a full and active life. Her uniqueness attracts the attention of scientists and zoo visitors. In Egypt, a nearly 2-mile-long iftar was held to celebrate the end of Ramadan with more than 6,000 guests. The event aimed to break the Guinness World Record for the longest table in the world. This gathering symbolized unity and solidarity among the participants. The enormous table became a reminder of the importance of sharing and celebrating together. American soldiers wear MVGB goggles that combine thermal vision and white phosphorus, allowing them to see in the dark as if it were daytime. They adjust visibility to detect objects at long distances in low-light environments. The technology increases safety and effectiveness in military operations. It facilitates quick and accurate decision-making, even in extreme conditions. If you have blue eyes, their color is actually an optical illusion. Light scatters off the iris with little melanin, similar to how we see the sky as blue. This phenomenon is called Rayleigh scattering and generates the apparent blue hue. Thus, blue eyes are the result of the interaction of light and the structure of the iris. Satoshi Nakamoto, the enigmatic creator of Bitcoin, remains a complete mystery. He owns 1.1 million Bitcoins, making him one of the richest people on the planet, although he has never revealed his identity. The funds in his wallet have never moved, raising speculation about whether he is a single person, a group, or someone who has disappeared. In Australia, a Royal Air Force Boeing 17 flew over the Brisbane River in a spectacular air show. The plane flew over iconic skyscrapers, offering breathtaking views and simulating high speed. These types of displays attract thousands of people each year, combining adrenaline and technology. The Library of Sakya Monastery in Tibet houses more than 84,000 ancient manuscripts, from religious texts to scientific treatises. Founded in 1073, it preserves knowledge of astronomy, traditional medicine, and Tibetan art. Many of its books are considered sacred and represent the cultural richness of the region. Lucas is a robot that consistently and accurately performs CPR in medical emergencies. He helps paramedics follow the correct instructions, improving the chances of survival in cardiac arrests. The automation of these maneuvers transforms emergency care. Dogs can imitate their owners' gestures and behaviors, displaying advanced social and emotional intelligence. This ability strengthens the bond with people and demonstrates how they understand our daily lives. They copy routines and expressions, integrating into the family. An Italian artist creates relief portraits by hitting aluminum trays against live human faces. The technique transforms impact into art, blending spectacle and creativity. Each work is unique and amazes the audience. In Sedona, Arizona, the McDonald's logo is blue to harmonize with the natural landscape. This aesthetic exception makes it the only McDonald's in the world with its arch modified for environmental reasons. The local adaptation combines marketing and respect for nature. The visual harmony becomes a cultural identity. During the coldest winters, Amsterdam's canals freeze over when temperatures drop below 32 degrees, allowing people to skate between bridges and historic buildings. The city is transformed into a stunning natural rink. Residents and tourists enjoy the ice, creating magical postcards. An acoustic experiment attempts to break a glass cup with sound alone. A horn, a frequency generator, and a strobe light are used to observe how it vibrates. When a precise frequency, around 556 Hz, is reached, the glass can break. The Sea Breacher is a semi-submersible jet ski with a design inspired by dolphins and sharks. Created by Rob Innes and Dan Piazza, founders of Innespace Productions in New Zealand, it can jump, spin, and partially submerge like a marine animal. A car's steering wheel shouldn't turn on its own. Since it's connected to the steering system, if it does so uncontrollably, it could indicate a mechanical or electronic failure that requires immediate attention to avoid accidents. In rural areas of France, baguette vending machines operate 24 hours a day. They store pre-baked bread in cold storage and finish baking it before delivering it, always offering warm, crispy bread. The wolf spider, a member of the legacies family, is famous for its maternal instinct. The female carries an egg sac in her abdomen, and when hatched, the young climb onto her back until they molt for the first time. It is found in Europe, America, Asia, and Africa. A decorative trend creates cloudy skies indoors using synthetic filler and LED light strips on the ceiling. Some systems simulate lightning and even synchronize the effect with sound to generate realistic storms. In Japan, hydraulic presses are used to process scrap cars. Under enormous pressure, they convert vehicles into compact cubes, making them easier to transport and subsequently recycle in industrial plants. The infinite dodecahedron is a 12-sided lamp that uses LED lights and mirrors to create the illusion of endless space. Its hypnotic effect is achieved through multiple reflections within. Tug-of-war, also known as rope tug, is a strength sport where two teams compete by pulling a rope. It was part of the Olympic Games between 1900 and 1920, and international championships are still held. Knickers, a Holstein bull, lives in Western Australia. He is almost 6.5 feet tall and weighs nearly 3,100 pounds. He became famous for far exceeding the average size of a common bull. Some fish form a whirlpool by swimming in a spiral. This group movement can confuse predators or promote reproduction, and is observed both in aquariums and in the sea. Pure water freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit under normal pressure. If impurities or pressure fluctuations are present, the freezing point changes. Brittle ice, formed by rapid cooling, supports little weight and breaks easily. In Japan, a seagull was filmed landing on another seagull in mid-flight. This act, although rare, has nothing to do with courtship or mating. It is simply atypical behavior within the species. Did you know that in North Korea, citizens must hand over their droppings to the government to use as fertilizer? Each resident must meet an annual quota set by the authorities. In the Karak district of Pakistan, there's an ingenious but dangerous way to transport cooking gas. Locals extract natural gas with a hose and store it in huge plastic bags, a technique known as bag gas. This material uses a set of lenses to deflect light around it. If you stand behind it, you're virtually invisible to anyone looking straight at you. At 70 years old, Chow Smith celebrated his birthday by running 7 marathons on 7 continents in just 7 days. His feat, accomplished between January 25 and 31, 2017, included Australia, Singapore, Egypt, the Netherlands, New York, Chile, and Antarctica. The world's largest restaurant is in Chongqing, China, and is called Pipa Yuan. Occupying the entire side of a mountain, it has 900 tables and space for 6,000 people. If you stand at the top, it takes up to 30 minutes to get there from the parking lot. Sometimes, it's almost impossible to get a table. In Changsha, China, there's a store where every product is gigantic: chips, cookies, noodles, and much more. Thousands of people visit it daily to try these curious and unique snacks. In 2015, Microsoft created the world's quietest room. The silence is so extreme that you can hear your heart, bones, lungs, and even your blood flowing. The record stay is 4 hours and 22 minutes, as staying there for too long can drive anyone crazy. Flip is a unique boat that can be placed vertically by sinking its stern and leaving its bow floating. This makes it an extremely stable research platform in the open sea. The Neutrino Power Cube is a device capable of generating electricity without sun, water, or wind. It captures invisible radiation and transforms it into enough energy for a family of 4 or 5. The British company Tenfold Engineering created a foldable house that transforms from a cube into a home in a matter of minutes. It can be easily installed anywhere in the world. Some McDonald's restaurants in China have replaced their seats with stationary bicycles. Pedaling at 12 miles per hour burns 300 calories in half an hour, the equivalent of 5 minutes for each McNugget. A complete combo of hamburger, fries, and soda would require an hour and a half without stopping. In the 1970s, Sony and Philips created the CD, 4.5 inches in diameter, and 60 minutes of music. Sony's president asked to expand it to include Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, which lasts 74 minutes. In Japan, there is a restaurant staffed by people with varying degrees of memory loss. 37% of the time, they write down your order incorrectly, so you never know what you're going to get. The Kola well in Russia is the deepest hole dug by man, reaching 40,230 feet. Recordings from inside are disturbing to many. A monk in India plants rice on his head to improve its growth. He sleeps sitting up and knows when to water by feeling his dry skin. When the rice ripens, he harvests it, eats it, and replants it. In Taiwan, some smart traffic lights include screens that rotate to show you the right direction to go. Japan has developed a drug that will regrow lost teeth. It is expected to be available for human use in 2030. La Tomatina in Buñol, Spain, brings together thousands of people who throw ripe tomatoes at each other in a friendly battle in the streets. A South Korean company created artificial intelligence so people can make video calls with deceased relatives. AI recreates them digitally using photos and videos to enable a virtual conversation. Google Images was born thanks to the famous dress Jennifer Lopez wore at the 2000 Grammy Awards. The huge number of searches motivated the creation of the image search function. In Japan, public restrooms have transparent walls to check if they are clean or occupied. When locked, a special coating makes them opaque to ensure privacy. At the 1912 Olympic Games, a Japanese marathon runner abandoned the race and returned to his country without warning. He was considered missing in Sweden for 50 years. In 1966, he finished the race, clocking a time of 54 years, 8 months, and 6 days. A cane with red and white stripes indicates that the person has vision and hearing problems. At a Beatty FC game, fans threw 19,000 stuffed animals onto the field. All were donated so that no homeless child would be left without a Christmas present. The pasta brand Barilla has playlists on Spotify with the exact cooking times for al dente. The Sinclair C5 was an electric vehicle that was born before its time. Introduced to the public in early 1985, it was a one-person electric tricycle powered by a 12-volt lead-acid battery that gave it a range of just over 20 miles. In space, astronauts cannot cry normally. Due to the lack of gravity, tears don't fall, but rather accumulate in the eyes and can form liquid bubbles that float. This is not only uncomfortable, but can also impair vision. One of the most creative ads showed how cars entering a tunnel appeared to be sucked into a giant vacuum cleaner. This visual effect gave the impression that the tunnel was part of the device itself, thus achieving a very striking advertising impact. Drink cans can harbor many bacteria on their surfaces. Even after cleaning them with clothing, a napkin, or alcohol-based hand sanitizer, potentially harmful microorganisms remain. In Colombia, Sim Tuba is known as the Devil Man for his extreme appearance, piercings, tattoos, and even 2 horns implanted in his forehead. His goal is to resemble the traditional devil as closely as possible. The most expensive object on the planet is not a yacht or a mansion, but the Large Hadron Collider in Switzerland. This extremely complex particle accelerator costs billions of dollars and is used to investigate the fundamental mysteries of the universe. Carom is a billiards-like finger game that is very popular in India. The objective is to place all the pieces of one color into the holes on the board before your opponent. Omar Barati, an Indian man, has been raising his right arm for over 50 years. Since 1973, he decided to never lower it again as an act of penance and peaceful protest against war. Over time, his bones and cartilage petrified, making it irreversible. In Malaga, Spain, there are rotating houses called Sun House 360. Designed to face the sun, they absorb solar energy that they use at night, saving up to 70% on energy consumption. The Crespin bird has a peculiar dance that combines jumps and spins to attract a mate or defend its territory. This curious behavior has been recorded and disseminated for its originality. One of the most ingenious donation campaigns was an interactive poster with a card reader. When passed, an animation of bread being cut and shared with a family in need appeared, generating a strong visual impact. Most polar bears are left-handed, meaning they use their left paw more for hunting and handling objects. This curious fact has been observed in studies of animal behavior in their natural habitat. In Brazil, scientists produce mosquitoes infected with a bacteria that blocks the transmission of viruses such as dengue fever and Zika. The goal is to release 5 billion over 10 years to reduce these diseases. In Japan, manhole covers are painted with unique artistic designs depending on the city. These motifs range from landscapes to local characters, becoming small works of street art. Osmium is the densest and rarest material on the planet. To obtain a small amount, more than 200 tons of rock must be extracted. There is an artificial intelligence beauty pageant where all the contestants are computer-created models. No real people participate, setting a precedent for virtual pageants. The tornado omelet is a typical South Korean dish. It consists of an omelet that, when cooked, rolls into a spiral, creating a colorful and attractive presentation. The Karlstrat vessel can clean the seabed in seconds. It uses a pressurized capsule to dry the seabed and allow workers to walk on it. Although it may seem like a peaceful job, it involves extreme pressure and temperature conditions. Did you know that peacock feathers are actually brown? Their microscopic structure scatters light in a way that creates an iridescent blue and green effect. This optical phenomenon is what makes them appear such vibrant colors, even though they aren't. This is what a rain cloud looks like from the inside. A skydiver, equipped with a camera, passed through a cloud, showing how it fills with condensation droplets. Eventually, it appears on the other side, as if it had crossed a curtain of water suspended in the sky. The cordyceps fungus is famous for infecting ants and controlling their nervous system. Once infected, the ant leaves its colony and climbs to a specific spot where it clings to a leaf or branch. There, the fungus grows and releases spores to infect more nearby ants. In ancient Rome, when someone had to tell the truth in a trial, They didn't swear on the Bible as they do today. Instead, they would squeeze their testicles with their right hand as a symbol of sincerity. The word witness comes from this peculiar custom. In Amsterdam, there are bicycle parking lots that transform pedaling energy into electricity for streets and homes. This is possible thanks to generators on the wheels that store the energy in batteries. It is an alternative to solar panels on historic buildings. Until now, the only sport practiced outside of Earth has been golf. In 1971, American astronaut Alan Shepard played on the lunar surface, becoming the first and only interplanetary golfer. In Portugal, there is the Das Mares swimming pool, designed by architect Álvaro Siza. Its oceanfront location creates a spectacular contrast between the clear water and the dark ocean. It is considered a national monument and World Heritage Site by UNESCO and is an icon of contemporary architecture. In a corner of China, the Yuanyang terraces spread over 300 acres of rice fields. Locals shaped the mountainous terrain for centuries, creating a landscape that changes colors with the seasons. A masterpiece of agricultural engineering and natural beauty. The Crockett House Bar Restaurant, built in 1765, features a tilted structure due to the collapse of its foundations. The unevenness, caused by mining, creates curious optical illusions inside, where walls and objects appear to twist. In Egypt, a group of professional divers decided to play underwater poker in the Gulf of Aqaba. Using sturdy cards and controlling their oxygen tanks, they demonstrated that even a board game can become an underwater experience. Ghanaian chef Pipula Achuo is famous for sculpting lifelike figures in margarine. At 55 years old and with a career in prestigious European restaurants, his works are exhibited at culinary events for their level of detail and artistic precision. The frozen waves photographed by surfer Jonathan Ford are a phenomenon that requires temperatures below 28 degrees Fahrenheit, low salinity, and gentle waves. The result is a natural spectacle where the sea seems frozen in time. In Sweden, there's the Utter Inn Hotel, a floating cabin with one room submerged beneath Lake Mälaren. Without conventional electricity, but with heating and drinking water, it offers complete isolation, 1,640 feet from any neighbors. The Great Blue Hole in Belize is 410 feet deep and is home to unique reefs. It is one of the most coveted destinations for divers and scientists, as well as home to several species of sharks. The spiny turtle, native to mountainous areas, grows to 9 inches and has a pointed shell that changes color with age. It camouflages itself with dried leaves, although it is threatened by illegal trade and habitat loss. Pantone 448C is considered the ugliest color in the world, a mix of dark brown and greenish gray. Studies show it provokes feelings of dirtiness, which is why several governments use it on cigarette packaging to discourage consumption. The Mico estnidae marmoset primate, endemic to Brazil, measures less than 20 inches and has lead-gray fur. Its name honors Professor Horacio Estnady, a biodiversity expert. Deforestation puts it at serious risk of extinction. New York-based artist Jasmine uses yeast to create living works. She manipulates the growth of bacteria to form patterns that can last up to 6 months, requiring a precise and controlled process. The Van Allen belts are radiation zones formed by solar particles trapped by the Earth's magnetosphere. They protect the atmosphere but can damage satellites if not properly shielded. In Birmingham, the Rot Smokehouse restaurant serves the world's largest pizza with a diameter of almost 4 feet. Their portions are baked separately due to their enormous size. Keratoprosthetics replace diseased corneas with artificial versions, giving the eyes a robotic appearance. This advancement helps people who cannot receive natural transplants and have severe damage. In Indonesia, Abdullah Shah raises a Bengal tiger that consumes 22 pounds of meat a day. He adopted it when it was just 3 months old and keeps it as a pet, despite the risks and extreme care it requires. The Nitronic ST730T robot strips cables with millimeter precision and high speed. It only needs data on the thickness and cutting lengths to be entered to complete the job automatically. In Australia, Tabata Andrade tattooed the KFC logo on her mouth after negotiating with her parents, who allowed her to only use something very important to her. She chose her favorite restaurant without a second thought. Tell us in the comments which of these curiosities left you the most amazed. Don't leave without subscribing, liking, and sharing for more curiosities.